Newcastle are making moves. From Newcastle United in talks for a blockbuster deal for Crystal Palace star.
Breaking news, and Newcastle have made contact with Crystal Palace over a potential deal for England defender Marc Guehi. Eddie Howe has made centre-back a priority target.
To New Look Newcastle recruitment team identifying two potential right-wing signings. To Keith Downey, revealing Newcastle's secret transfer plan. It's a game changer. Join us as we uncover the latest Newcastle United news. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because you won't want to miss a single moment of this incredible journey.
Let's go!
Starting off, following an exclusive report from The Athletic's David Ornstein revealing Newcastle's move for Marc Guehi, various reliable sources have now confirmed that the Magpies have indeed opened discussions with Crystal Palace over a potential move for the 24-year-old centre-back. According to Sami Mokbel of the Daily Mail, Newcastle sporting director Paul Mitchell is handling negotiations for Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi, who is open to leaving the Eagles this summer. The reporter in the Daily Mail further states that Newcastle have made an initial verbal offer for the 24-year-old England international. Guehi is coming off the back of a standout performance at Euro 2024, where he quickly established himself as one of the most consistent and solid performers for England on their road to the final. The biggest clubs in Europe were rumoured to be keeping a close eye on Guehi's progress during the tournament, with Real Madrid thought to be taking a particularly keen interest as the competition progressed. Given that Crystal Palace have already lost one of their prized assets in Michael Olise this summer, with the winger's transfer fee being lower than the club would have liked due to a release clause, the South London outfit will certainly not be looking to sell another of their star players on the cheap. Guehi still has 2 years remaining on his current contract, but he will not come cheaply, especially after his impressive displays for England at the Euros. Guehi has spoken positively about Newcastle United in the past, describing St James's Park as his favourite away ground to play in during his time in the Premier League.
What is the best ground you've ever played in? Obviously, you know what? I would exclude Selhurst.
Exclude Selhurst, yeah, okay. Do you know what? Yesterday was up there.
Yeah.
Yes, the Schalke Stadium was very good.
Yeah. It's very tight, like the fans are very close to the field.
I'd say in the Prem, probably Newcastle.
St James's
Park. It's just really, really loud in there. Their fans make it really difficult when you go there. So yeah, probably St James's Park.
No, that's a great answer.
It is also rumoured that his former England teammate Anthony Gordon, who recently joined the Magpies, has been trying to persuade Guehi to make the move to the northeast during their time together at the Euros. According to reports, Newcastle will have to break the bank if they are to secure Guehi's signature, with Sky Sports reporter Keith Downey suggesting that the Crystal Palace defender could cost the Tyneside club in excess of £60 million. This would make Guehi one of Newcastle's most expensive signings ever, surpassing the £63 million they paid for Alexander Isak in 2022. While the potential acquisition of Guehi would be a major coup for Newcastle, it could also impact their ability to strengthen other areas of the squad, particularly in attack, where Eddie Howe is keen to bring in an upgrade on the likes of Miguel Almiron and Jacob Murphy. However, if the Magpies are able to secure both a marquee defensive signing in Guehi and a top-quality attacker, it could prove to be a highly successful summer transfer window for the club. Regardless of how the negotiations progress, the mere fact that Newcastle have opened talks for Guehi demonstrates their intent to make big moves in the market and suggests that the patience of the club's supporters may be about to be rewarded with some high-profile additions to the squad. Then moving on, according to Sky Sports reporter Keith Downey, Newcastle United are actively pursuing several high-profile transfer targets this summer. Apart from confirming that Newcastle have approached Crystal Palace regarding a potential move for Guehi, and that a £10 million deal for Sheffield United striker William Osula is imminent, with the player expected to arrive at St James's Park in the coming days. Keith Downey has revealed that discussions have also taken place regarding a potential move for Malick Thiaw from AC Milan. Downey suggests that if Newcastle's move for Guehi materializes, it may prompt Milan to lower their demands for the German defender who has been identified as a top-class right-footed centre-back target. Beyond these potential signings, Downey believes that a significant portion of Newcastle's summer budget will be dedicated to strengthening the right-wing position. While no specific targets are mentioned, the reporter emphasizes the club's intent to invest a fair chunk of money in this area of the squad. Discussing the overall transfer strategy, Downey notes that Newcastle's activity has been somewhat slow due to big changes behind the scenes at the club, including the departure of Amanda Staveley and the arrival of Paul Mitchell as the new sporting director. However, the journalist expects the Magpies to be active in the transfer market and to bring in the desired reinforcements, despite them potentially not being ready in time for the season opener against Southampton. Regarding the available budget, Downey suggests that Newcastle's spending this summer will be more than £50 million, but not as much as £100 million, indicating a significant, though not limitless, war chest for the club's transfer pursuits. He, Osula, is a player we expect to arrive at St. James's Park in the coming days. Is he one for the first team? I certainly think he will train with the first team and be involved in first-team squads, perhaps on the bench to start with. Once he is over the line, he will be another option for Eddie Howe, so £10 million plus £5 million add-ons. I do expect that one to be pushed through fairly quickly. I think Newcastle United will get their checkbook out for more signings. Things have been slow for them. Part of the problem has been big changes behind the scenes at the club. Amanda Staveley leaving, whilst Paul Mitchell has been brought in as the new sporting director. It has been a difficult few weeks for them, but I do expect them to add more players as well as Osula before the end of the transfer window. I don't think they will spend hundreds of millions, but I do believe they will bring in a top-class centre-half. They have been holding talks with AC Milan for German international Malick Thiaw. Then the key area they want to add in this summer is in the right forward area. I reported a couple of weeks ago that they were in talks with a Saudi Pro League club to sell Miguel Almiron. I think that still is the case and Almiron could go. I expect Newcastle United to put the crux of their summer budget into that right attacking area and spend a fair chunk of money. I just don't think they will get those signings in time to make their debuts against Southampton in 2 weeks' time, but I do expect them to be active. I get asked all the time how much Newcastle United have to spend this summer. I think it is more than £50 million, but not as much as £100 million. I think those signings will be made and augment the arrival of Will Osula, said the Northeast reporter. Then recent developments according to an exclusive report from NUFC blog, a source close to the club. The new look recruitment team at Newcastle United have been discussing two potential options to fill their need for a top-class right winger. Wolves' Pedro Neto and Tottenham's Dejan kulusevski. The Magpies are clearly determined to secure a marquee signing in that position, as they look to provide more quality and creativity to complement the likes of Alexander Isak and Anthony Gordon in the attacking third. Regarding Pedro Neto, the development that has really caught the attention of Newcastle fans is the recent comments made by Wolves manager Gary O'Neill. O'Neill has stated that if a huge offer comes in from a big club for the Portuguese winger, the club will not stand in his way. However, this is a highly unusual admission from a manager, and it raises questions about whether Wolves may be aware of some potential long-term fitness or injury concerns with Neto that could make him a riskier proposition.
I could see that as a very real possibility.
On the flip side, this could also represent a massive opportunity for Newcastle to swoop in and secure the services of a hugely talented young player who has previously been linked with some of Europe's elite clubs. Neto's combination of pace, skill, and goal threat make him an extremely enticing target, and if the Magpies can land him for the right price, it would be a real coup. Another player reportedly on Newcastle's radar is Tottenham's Dejan Kulusevski. The Swedish international has the versatility to feature across the front three, making him an attractive option. His creativity and ability to unlock defenses could make him an ideal fit for Eddie Howe's system at St. James's Park. However, Kulusevski would likely command a significant transfer fee, and Tottenham may be reluctant to sell to a top-four rival, which could complicate any potential deal. Of course, these are not the only options being considered by Newcastle's recruitment team. Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo has also been identified as an intriguing target, although the Bees' reluctance to part with the Frenchman may prove a stumbling block. Ultimately, the Magpies appear to have a clear brief this summer, to sign a marquee right-winger capable of providing the kind of game-changing quality that could help propel them towards the upper echelons of the Premier League table. The names of Neto, Kulusevski, and Mbeumo are certainly exciting, and Newcastle fans will be eagerly awaiting to see which direction the club decides to go in as they look to strengthen their attacking options ahead of the new season. I'm going to throw it out to you guys. Let's have a debate. If Newcastle are going to sign a winger this window, who should it be?
I just wanted to say thanks. I'm glad you came along, partner.